Hey guys, Bazzy back here, and it is the start of rating reveal week for NHL 25. So today's video we will be going over the top 10 right wingers and the top 10 left wingers here, headed into NHL 25, which is just 11 days away, which is insane. So you'll see that they have tweeted out the top 10 right wingers, nothing on the left wingers just yet, but that is totally alright. If we go and click the link there on screen, does take us to the NHL 25 website where we have all 20 players listed here. I'm assuming the other tweet is coming, just probably late at the moment. But let's start at the bottom here. And coming in at 88 overall, you have Andrei Svechnikov and Lucas Raymond. I feel this might be a little bit high on both guys, both two young players that are coming into the league here. Svechnikov is just due to just not really being able to stay totally healthy for, multiple seasons now. I would probably go 87 for him, and Raymond at an 88. That seems a little high, a little much. I know he had a great, really strong stretch as the Red Wings were pushing for a playoff spot this year, and he was insane coming in clutch for the team. I would, again, probably go 86, 87. When you go to franchise mode, he's going to develop just so well anyway, so you don't really need to start him out that high. So honestly, for both guys, I would probably go 87 for both. Let's move up to the 89 overall players here. And we have Mark Stone, Alex Ovechkin, Clayton Keller, Jesper Bratt, and Brady Tkachuk. So Stone coming in at 89 overall. Maybe it's again just due to an injury thing. Again, another one of those players that has struggled to stay on the ice over the past few years. So I would probably maybe go 90, but 89 is not too bad. Ovechkin, it's good to see they're finally starting to drop him. Had a bit of a tough start to the season, but he did pick it up toward the end of the year. So I'd probably go 88 overall, but 89 is not too bad. Keller, I think that's a little bit of an underrating at an 89. He has been just absolutely incredible for the Arizona / now Utah franchise. He is definitely the real deal. I'd probably go 90 overall for him. I think it just, you don't really see him in the marketplace too much, so I think it might be a little bit of an underrating for Keller. Looking at Jesper Bratt, honestly, I'm probably fine with him being at an 89 overall. Similar to Keller, in New Jersey, he doesn't have all the eyes on him. And really, when people mostly think of New Jersey, you think of Jack Hughes, which is, understandable. But, Jesper Bratt's been a very good player there, and he's done it under the radar. So yeah, I'm fine with that rating for him. Brady Tkachuk, it's a little bit of a tough one for Brady. I'd probably go 88. He's had good years, he's had bad years. It's hard to say with him at the moment. Moving on to 90 overall here, you have Jake Guentzel and Philip Forsberg. Guentzel, it's all right. Obviously, Tampa just signing him this year, letting Stamkos walk. We'll have to see if it ends up working out for them in the long run. But 89 or 90, it's in, a decent amount range for Guentzel. Moving on to Forsberg there at a 90, and he's been really solid here over the past few years. Honestly, I'd maybe even go 91 overall for Forsberg. Again, he's a guy that if you really don't watch a lot of Predators hockey, he might be a guy who flies under the radar, but he's put up some really good seasons recently. But moving on here to the 91 overall rated wingers, we have William Nylander, Kyle Connor, Mitch Marner, Jason Robertson, and Sam Reinhart. So let's just get to the two Leafs here right off the bat. Nylander and Marner both at 91 overall. Honestly, I would probably put Nylander at a 92, Marner at a 91. It's fine. He's a really good player. Obviously, Leafs fans are, kind of have the love-hate relationship with him, but he is still a very good player at core. So yeah, I'd probably give Nylander the +1 bump and leave Marner the same. Connor at a 91, 90, 91, that's probably good for him. Very good player, one of the best on the Jets lineup. Robertson at a 91, and I think that's pretty fair. 2 years ago, had a very good season, really his breakout year. And last year, he was good, but he wasn't as good as he was that prior year, so I'm fine with the 91 for Robertson. And Sam Reinhart at a 91. Based off this last year, yeah, he had an amazing year, signed a big contract with Florida. Might be a touch high. I have his points up here. 94 last year, 67 the year before, and then 82 the year before that. So, anywhere in the 90 to 91, I'd be fine with Reinhart. I'm not too sure how long EA takes into account for all these ratings and how they come up with that, but moving on to 92 overall players, we have Matthew Tkachuk, and again, I think that's a little bit of an underrating for Tkachuk. I'd probably go 93 overall. He is the heart and the soul of the Florida Panthers team, and yeah, I think he feels like a better player than 92 overall rating. He definitely is the franchise piece there with Alexander Barkov. But continuing to move on here to the 93 overall rated players, we have once again two players. We have Kirill Kaprizov and we have Mikko Rantanen. And I think honestly for both these guys, I think it might be a touch of an underrating. I'd probably go 94 overall for both players. Kaprizov, ever since he came over from the KHL, what's it been now? 3-4 years? It's something like that anyway. He's been at least a point-a-game player every single year, if not way above that. Again, health has been a concern, at least in this last season, but still. He played insane, an amazing player. I'd probably go 94. And same thing with Rantanen. Been on a great Avalanche team here the past few years. Has been just, an incredible piece, along with a Cale Makar, along with a Nathan MacKinnon. And I think it's a little bit of an underrating for Rantanen. He is just another extremely amazing player. And I'd like to see him go up a little bit higher in these ratings. But continuing to move on here to our final three players. We have Panarin, we have Pastrnak, and we have Kucherov. So starting with Panarin, 95 overall. And the tough thing with me and Panarin is I think he always gets a little bit overrated just because of, the sheer quantity of points he puts up. And he is an outstanding player, don't get me wrong. But his defensive game is just definitely not there, at least as much as it ever really was. And a lot of these players on this list, they're not amazing defensive players, but that's always where he kind of gets taken down a couple of notches for me. So personally, I would probably go 93 with Tkachuk. If I was just looking at this here again, I'd have to look at all the numbers and everything if I was coming up with ratings, but I'd probably go with a 93 with Panarin, still an amazing player. Pastrnak, one of the best goal scorers in the NHL along with Matthews, 94, 95, no argument from me there. And then you have Nikita Kucherov at 95 overall, third best player in game, and the best winger, or tied for the best winger with the other two players, leading the league in points, had an outstanding year last year, and I'm totally fine with him being at a 95 overall. I'd probably have him tied with a guy like MacKinnon for number 2 and 3 best ranked player in the game behind Connor McDavid. But there you have it. There is the top 10 left and right wingers in NHL 25. This will be their base ratings when you get the game either September 27th or October 4th. These will be the ratings they will receive. Interesting to note, no mention of a guy like Zach Hyman, no mention of a guy like Brad Marchand, no mention of a Brock Besser. These are guys that definitely could be, considered for this list at some point. Don't have them on here according to EA. So this is going to be a very contentious topic, as it always is when we talk about ratings here in game. We're never going to agree 100%. That is just how it is. But definitely let me know down in the comments below. What do you guys think of this top 20 here for left and right wingers? But that'll do it for today's video. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow with, I believe, left and right defense. But until then, I will see you all in the next video.